Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. My name's Mike, and this is a Saturday special edition brought to you by FBN, Farmers Business Network. Check them out, fbn.com. We're going to be using some of their stuff today as we get into preconditioning our calves. Earlier on this week, we weaned the calves off. We brought the moms through this AeroQuip system. We preg checked everybody. We've seen who was pregnant, who wasn't, who's staying, and who's going, and all that is now behind us. We're moving forward with calves that are going to be the future of the ranch, and what we're doing today is what we call preconditioning. Super simple, but very, very important. So stick around. It's coming up. Preconditioning is one of those things that we actually really didn't do on the ranch for the longest time. And Gilbert, my father-in-law, who had been ranching here for what seems like hundreds of years, didn't do it either. But over the last few years, we've decided that it's an important step in the health of our calves and how our calves grow. There's basically 3 or 4 different steps to it. We got to bring all the calves in, bring them through the AeroQuip squeeze. We're going to squeeze them down. We're going to get them held in place. They're going to get 4 different vaccinations. They are going to get this one, which is a Pyramid 5 with pre-sponse. They're going to get this one. This is nasal gin. This one is 7-way. And the last one that they're going to get is called Multi-Man. We're going to talk more about these as we move through our day. The other thing we're going to be doing is checking ear tags, making sure that everybody has an ear tag so they have identification on them. But that's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot one more important thing. We're going to weigh them. Once we have a weight off the calves, then we can actually start looking at their moms, their brothers, their sisters, and how they perform. That is going to be essential in telling us which cows are producing the best calves, and that's what we really need as we move forward in the operation. So we're going to be looking at weight gain daily for some of these calves, and we're going to look at their brothers and sisters and see how they're doing, and their moms, everybody along their lineage, to tell if that is a good bloodline to keep. So that all starts with the weight of the calf, and today is the very first weight that they've actually gotten since I don't think we weighed them at branding. So this will be the first weight that they've probably had since they were born, and that was just a visual weight. When we looked at them and said, hey, they weigh 75 or 65 pounds or whatever they might weigh. So this is going to be the first one along the lines of telling how productive these calves are going to be. The vaccines, of course, get them a good start on life, but to do all this, we have to get them in here. And today our crew consists of Jeff and our oldest daughter, Mackenzie. Say hi, guys. Hi. Are we ready to bring in calves? Ready. All right. Come on, calves. Okay, so as these calves start coming through, you can really see a size difference in a lot of them. Now, early calves compared to late calves, but their numbers actually tell us where they were born in the rotation. So like number 2, which is right there in front of us, that was the second calf born on the ranch this year. Should be one of the bigger ones, and looks like he is. Actually, it's a sheep. That works. So this won't take very long. There's not a whole lot of calves here, and every single calf that was born this year is staying on the ranch for the very first time. We're not sending anything to auction. The guys, or the boys in this group, will go into our feedlot program, and the girls into our breeding program. So they're all staying, and they're all going to benefit the ranch directly through no middlemen whatsoever. Come on. How much? 14. Okay, so what number is this? 3? 3. Do you need a hand, Jeff? Okay, so we got our first calf in. And the first thing I want to do is get its number and its weight. £618. That's the big thing I want. Then we're just going to roll through and get all of our vaccines done. And that's it. Come on, guy. Get out of here. Come on.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, my chick's the only bound. A lander thinks a problem, a rent being overdue. What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Feel good at the end of the day. I've loaned on my possessions, all that I can claim. I ain't got a single penny to my name. My neighbor says he's bothered by what I cannot see. Says that I can launder off what those should be. But at the end of the day, the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. Feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
Okay, so here's a good example. We know that Bambi, one of our pet cows, has good calves. This is Inky. This is Bambi's steer calf from this year. And we know that he weighs 572 pounds, which is a very good weight from when he was born. He was right around 75 pounds when he was born. So we'll do some math here at the end. We'll figure out what his average daily gain was compared to all his other friends here in this group, and be able to tell how much better of a mom Bambi is than maybe some other cows. Come on, kiddo. Come on, let's go.
We got a stubborn one.
Okay. Come on. Come on, boy. Time to take a little bit of a break because I have to reload vaccine guns, which is a great time to talk about our vaccines. Vaccines are super important for any cattle herd, and we really suggest that you get together with your vet to come up with the best vaccine regimen, plan, whatever that you need to come up with to best suit your needs. It's taken us years to come up with what we give at Preconditioning, branding, preg checking, whatever it may be, but today we are concentrated, like I said, on those 4 vaccines. The first one that we actually do is that one that you see us spray in the nose, and this is bovine. It's called Nasalgin 3, and all of our vaccines we actually get through FBN directly. You can now go to fbn.com, check out the store, and order vaccines directly from them. And it is super simple and takes almost 0 time at all. It's just like going on Amazon or anything else. And if you do have vaccines that have to be through a prescription through your vet, you can actually do that on there as well. And FBN is nice enough to call your vet and get that prescription all taken care of for you. So it's great. The Nasalgin, like I was talking about, that's actually just spray up the nose. They inhale a little bit of it. It looks like they don't get much, but it does get in there. And what it is for is it's a respiratory vaccine for this big long word here, which is para-influenza and a bunch of other words. But that is a respiratory vaccine. And you'll notice as we move through here, as we take a look at our vaccines, that we're actually really concentrating on any type of respiratory disease, because that's really what does get cows, especially as we head into the cold season. Our next one that we take a look at, this is our Pyramid 5 with Presponse, and that's another vaccine that we give. Kind of the same thing, but this one is actually anti-diarrheal, para-influenza. Again, that respiratory thing in there that we want to make sure that we're getting into these guys. Another vaccine that we do give that I've got laying over here that I've almost squished out is what's basically considered 7-way, and there's a bunch of different ways to do this. This is Vision 7, but basically this is another type toxoid bacterin type C and D of perfrigens, whatever those are. But again, this is another one of those really important vaccines. We give this at branding as well. And then the fourth vaccine that we're actually giving, let me grab the box here because it's actually way more information on this. This is called Multi-Min, and this is something that we've actually added to our vaccine regimen in the last year or so, and it has really shown improvements in some of these cattle and how they're gaining weight. Multi-Min is a injection which is a source of zinc, magnesium, selenium, and copper. And basically what's happening is, especially with these younger cows and these calves, we have lick barrels out, we have salt barrels or salt blocks, all that kind of stuff, but we don't really see the calves getting into them too much. So the Multi-Min is there to actually give them those vitamins that they may be missing. So this is actually, like I said before, this is a prescription item, so you have to make sure that you have a prescription from your vet. But definitely really a good thing that we've noticed a lot that's helped out our cattle herd immensely, especially since we're keeping cows on the ranch and moving either the heifers into our breeding program or the steers stay and head over to finishing school into our stocker program. So we want to make sure that we have the most healthy calves that we can, and that's what preconditioning is all about. So let's get to filling these vaccines and filling these guns, the syringes, and then we'll get back to work over here. Kenzie, you want to take over my paperwork for me? Okay, Mackenzie, you've been such a big help all day long. Do you want to do the very last one?
Do what exactly?
Well, we're going to give her shots. It's Frida.
Yeah.
So we can give her shots, and you can show her your new pixie haircut. You want to do it?
Sure.
Okay, how much does she weigh?
What number? 27?
27. Number 27 weighs 265 pounds. She's little.
265?
Yep. All right. So, first, we got to get her head in the head chute, which you can't reach. Well, try open it up. Let's see what happens. I'll help you out. Okay, Frida.
I'm tall.
Come on. Scoot your butt forward. Stick your little head out. Good girl. Oh my gosh, look how good she did. She must want you to help her. Okay. Now, we have 3 shots,
And
just like we were talking about. So go ahead and put that one in her nose to start with. You remember which one that is?
nosy thingy.
Nosy thingy?
Nosy thingy. That's the official name.
Nasal gin.
Yeah.
Right in there. Just give a little squirt. Oh, she didn't like that. Yeah. She sneezes it out. Okay. Now, time for shots.
I don't like it myself.
Do you want me to do it?
I like to help.
You're gonna help. Okay, you can help. That's cool. Do you want to hold my hand? Come on. Come on. Hold on.
Wait, how do we do this?
So we just go in and squeeze. That's it. Pretty simple, right? Now we just have to do that
3 more.
2 more times. 1 more. There we go. You want to do the last one all by yourself? No? Okay, do you need any shots?
No.
Whoop, I might have missed with that one. She's moving. Hey,
Hey, honey.
settle down. Here, why don't you hold this down a little bit? And that'll just kind of hold her head in place for me.
Can't flail.
There we go. And we are done. So open that up. Come back here and open this one up. Pull it really hard. All the way up you go with it, as far as you can. There you go. Let her back out. Go ahead, Frida. Go ahead. You're fine. You're fine. Get out. Come on. Keep going. Get out. There we go. Whew. Guys, we're done. We're going to come back and take a look at numbers, but thank you guys very much for your help. Jeff, the silent majority. Or minority, I don't know, whatever you want to be.
I don't know.
I don't know what you are. Calves are done, preconditioning for another year. Let's look at some weights and see what we come up with, okay? Yeah. All right.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, so after running a whole bunch of numbers, and we actually got a chance to plug one of the calves in, I can kind of give you a little bit of an update about how these calves are doing. So we ran all the calves through. They ended up with an average weight of 491 pounds. That's not too bad. There were some light ones in there. Some of the bottle calves were lighter, but 491 pound average. So there was a sale just the other day over in Buffalo, Wyoming, and that one, calves that were right around there were bringing about $215 a pound. So that would put them at right around $1,000 for each one of those calves that we ran through. Of course, we're not selling at auction. We're keeping them here on the ranch, but it just kind of shows you exactly what they're worth. So we also talked really quickly as the cows were moving through that we had Bambi's calf come through, and Bambi has had a lot of pretty decent sized calves over the last few years, especially with the steers or the boy calves that she's had. So we noticed the number 19 this time weighed 572 pounds. We put him down at 75 pounds at birth. So that's he's 180 days old today, which actually that worked out pretty good. And his average weight gain per day was 2.8 pounds. That's great. He's growing just fine. Our largest calf that came through today was 682 pounds. Now, I didn't go through and do the math out for that one, but that's well over 3 pounds a day average gain for that calf as well. So the big thing now to do is go ahead and take all these numbers, we get them plugged into the computer, into our Cattle Max program, and we can start comparing the moms. And basically what we're looking for is bottle calves are kind of scratched, but if we have a calf that came through that weighed 304 pounds, a little guy. Let's see, let's find another really small one. Here's one, 32, was 360 pounds. So what we want to do is go back and find out who that one's mom is, and then take a look and see what that mom has done in the past. That's the nice thing about the Cattle Max program, is that we're able to track all of this for the last 10 years or so on the ranch. So big numbers, lots of numbers to have to deal with, big numbers, small numbers, whatever. But even so, we always say, especially this year, you can't manage what you don't measure. And that's what preconditioning is really all about. The vaccines are nice. Ordering from FBN is wonderful. If you have a chance, go to FBN.com, check them out, become a member, and be able to order your vaccines directly right there. And it doesn't matter if you're a small farmer, a large farmer, it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to save you money. That's all there is to it. And we've seen that time and time again here on the ranch. So thank you to FBN. Thank you to Mackenzie, who we weren't expecting to come out and give us a hand today. But she was out riding her bike. She said, "What are you guys doing?" We said, we're preconditioning the calves. And she said, "I want to help," which is awesome. That makes me feel really good. Not only as a dad, but as a member of the human race, that our future may not be as bad as it seems sometimes. Thank you guys for hanging out with us once again. We really do appreciate it. The calves, thank you very much. They're over there looking at me like I owe them money, and which I might actually after this whole experience. They were actually pretty calm, very easy to work through. So we hope you can subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life, escape the ordinary. A whole lot more coming from the ranch. We're heading into winter. There's snow in the forecast, if you can believe it. So enjoy the nice weather while you can. Have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend anyway, and we'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life.